You know, as a result of studying AZD, not only has my discipline improved, my character improved. This is me before studying AZD. Obviously, this is me now. Character, confidence, discipline, and the certainty to get women, communicate.
Because of AZD, a state of mind has just really taken another level in terms of the standards. Look at relationships way different, which allowed me to really start a record label, to be part of a very, very popular production company.
AZD, IMC Nation, that got through me, that completely changed my life, is that I understand the beauty of being more visible, more seen by everybody, and being in that gave me more confidence, being proud of who I am. And that gave me more freedom of expression. More freedom to be who I am.
Being here live in person with AZD is incredible. Because of AZD and what I've learned, I am no longer nervous in front of women. It's an internal benefit.
With AZD, I took my level of certainty and confidence to another level that I didn't know I could tap into. All of these teachings really allowed me to unleash myself into a whole new version of myself that could produce more, make more money than ever before.
One thing that I've gained, and I'm forever indebted to AZD, is a ability to communicate and resolve conflicts, a certainty, a conviction behind my voice and my truth.
In the chaos of today's world, IMC Nation stands as a beacon of transformation. Founded by Arise Apar Bazaar, known globally as AZD. Through his YouTube videos, AZD shared profound philosophies and the wisdom of his mentors, sparking a movement of unparalleled self-evolution and mental mastery. IMC Nation is not just an idea, but a powerful brotherhood of men who live with honor, purpose, and unyielding strength. The epitome of the true alpha male. Men who are not only dreamers, but doers, turning visions into reality through the most powerful techniques of self-mastery. This movement has grown organically, spreading like wildfire across the globe, attracting men driven by a desire for excellence and greatness. Here, men are transformed into modern-day warriors, mastering their minds and lives. They learn to turn fear into courage, doubt into conviction, and weakness into strength. This is the art of the true alpha male, a blend of power, wisdom, and elegance. IMC Nation is more than a community. It's a revolution. It calls to those who seek more than the ordinary, promising not just change, but profound metamorphosis. Under AZD's guidance, men unlock their true potential, becoming unstoppable forces of nature. Join us. Be part of this epic journey. Witness the rise of powerful, inspiring, and dominant men. Let IMC Nation be the catalyst for your transformation and the brotherhood where your true potential is realized. This is the path of the true alpha male. This is the art of becoming unstoppable. Everybody, let's talk about that then. All right, welcome. I'm AZD from IMC Nation. I'm the founder of a worldwide movement called IMC Nation. They've talked about us in history books and on pyramids in Atlantis and Lemuria in Egypt. In the Aztec world, we've been referred to. We believe that we come back lifetime after lifetime. We believe we've known each other before. And our proof is our actual life, right? Our actual life and the way that we know each other, the way that we interact with each other, how we make a living, how we sleep, wake up, go out. You know, we're a worldwide movement that we've come together just through YouTube, just like this, okay? And it originally started with me doing a video blog and talking about what my teacher taught me, Manu Tupo. That's how it started, okay? And that's what we are and that's what we're doing. And the area that we tested in is our own lives. And the area that I hold the UFC championship belt on, that I'm willing to put out, and I have with Andrew Tate as the challenger, is in the field of the alpha male, what that means, and women, okay? The internal the internal world that creates an external world. So we believe in the 7 alchemical laws. We apply them every day. And one of those laws is as above, so below. As within, so without. Okay? That's in the Kybalion, and we apply these things. So today we have an hour together. This is a free event that I do every Monday to talk about anything that you want to talk about, and we're going to apply these laws. I'm going to show you how the Jedi really works, okay? So you're here to test to see whether I'm real or not, and I'm here to test to see whether I'm real or not too. So let's go. Let's do it. What do we got? Brett, we got Brett. He's in the house. He's a co-host with that halo of the beast going around his head. Mm-hmm.
Heck yeah, dude, how to represent with the logo. And, you know, it's been so awesome just in a few months to see what these teachings can really do. I've been able to apply them successfully, not only to relationships, but in business, which is nothing but relationships. And, you know, the whole beast process has been incredible. And maybe just, AZD, if you could touch on maybe just a few aspects of like what that actually is.
Yeah.
And because the metamorphosis that's caused for me in like barely a short amount of time, and I'm by no means, I'm a white belt in it,
Mm-hmm.
but it's already brought so much results. Would that be something?
Yeah, let's talk about it.
For a little bit?
Let's talk about it. So during COVID, I was going through a major mental and emotional baggage, heavy. One of the heaviest I ever dealt with, okay? Heartbreak and things like that. And so I couldn't sleep in the middle of the night. I'd wake up and I'd have anxiety and I wouldn't be able to sleep anymore. I had all this energy. Toss and turn and ache and it was COVID. It was like, where do you go? Right? And so during that time,
It was during COVID. It wasn't COVID that you were feeling.
no, it was during COVID times this was happening. So I was healthy. What the fuck am I gonna do? There's nowhere to go, right? And so I lived in this little apartment. And during that time, one of my brothers, he's locked up for life, okay? Shout out to the Red Dragon of INC Nation. And so I was in communication with him during this time. And I started to see that his world didn't really change in there. It was being affected. People were getting COVID here and there, but his routine remained the same, right? And during that time, there was also David Goggins. I've always been watching David Goggins. Okay, so I started to kind of watch that a little bit again because I saw what was happening with me. I was becoming overweight, depressed, but I had so much responsibility in my life. I still had multiple girlfriends. I still had businesses. Everything was the same, but internally, I was starting to like really lose my shit, right? Yeah. Difficult to hold it together. And so, long story short, right? I'm on YouTube, and I think it's the beginnings of Wes Watson, if the timing would be around right. It would be around 5 years ago, whenever COVID started. Right? Yeah. Right around there, I saw a video of Wes Watson, and I recognized in him the same spirit as me. Like, okay, I know this really well. And I had my brother in jail, and I had David Goggins. I started to do a simulation in my mind where if I ended up in jail or I ended up in the Navy SEALs, I'd want to earn the respect of those men. That moved me as a guy. It was a good game to play during the time when I got all this bullshit happening in my life. So I'm just going to make myself as hard and as strong as I possibly can, right? So I started getting up and I started, when I couldn't sleep, I bought a bicycle. And the last time I bicycled was like when I was 13 or 14, maybe 15. So I had to learn how to do that again. I was kind of nervous. I started biking at 3 a.m. I had a key to the karate school, so I'd go over there and I'd start my routine. And in the morning time, people started to come and I was already working out, like sweating. Some people that worked out over there. So I invited them to do this routine with me because I'd already been doing it for about 2 weeks, and plus it was kind of lonely, you know? Mm-hmm. So people showed up, I started working out with them. I started realizing it kind of fucks up my workout when I work out with them. We did that for about 2 weeks, and then I told them I want to work out alone. I realized it was important to be alone. During that time, I had enough money to get a location so that I can practice this by myself, believe it or not. So I didn't open it to the public. I just got a location I called the Beast Center. I just needed a place where I could go and shout in the morning and push-ups and just be by myself and just do my thing, you know what I mean? If I had all this time to waste during COVID, what the fuck am I going to do? So I started going over there, and then got on Telegram, and I had INC Nation already happening worldwide, and I started going on Telegram and telling everybody this is what I'm doing. And then I was looking for 1% of the population. It's an old saying from Persia. 100 people show up to war, 80% are just food. 9 out of those, or 10 out of those, are the people that are really warriors, and they're playing the game of life, right? 9 out of those are the ones that you really got to watch out for, right? 9 out of 100 are just massacring shit. But there's one person out of 100 that can change the entire course of the battle by his appearance. And I would say I'm looking for that one. If you're that one, join the Telegram group. These guys answered the call. They jumped on Telegram. When I would wake up, I'd make a wake up video. Hey, it's me. It's fucking 3 a.m., 3:30 a.m. I'm up right now. Then I'd be beasting in the middle of it. Here's me. I just did this routine. Now here's what I'm eating. Then IMT Nation started posting it. And it started to become a thing. More and more people joined. More and more people joined. Because it was during COVID. What are we going to do? Right? And this ended up being like a real thing because our bodies began to improve. During that time, a vision had come to me to be able to live with some IMC Nation guys so that they could see that what I was doing was real. Because I had a lot of things going for me, right? But I was using this alchemy. I was using a certain science that I was the only one that could do it. Because I was doing shit nobody could do in life, okay? But I was doing it privately. And so I invited people to come live with me. Yogi Chris came, Sultan came, Fernando came, and Demigod, another guy. And we got a house in San Jose, the neighborhood I wanted. And we all lived together. We arrived together. First time we really get to be around each other like that, outside of maybe showing up to a lecture here and there sometimes, right? So we started experimental living together during COVID. And I said to them, the only thing I ask is that I can run my schedule freely. I don't want to change the way I'm living because they're there to see me. That's the only real rule with it, right? So like, I'm going to continue to live the way I do with my girlfriend, so move around that, please. And you get to observe and see if I'm real and if this is working, right? And all I do ask is that you report back to everybody. Start telling them what's going on, right? You guys have to be now the voice. You have to see this and you have to speak for me. That's what became the sales team basically at some point. So, long story short, that became what's called the beasting routine, became an exact calisthenics routine. It became an exact eating, this, that. We call that phase 1. We did this for a while, just like everything else at IMC. It organically developed into a phase 2. I started to notice that your body gets used to something and you start to streamline. At first, you're a certain health. 2-3 months later, you're a different kind of beast. But now, my body needs to stretch more, I saw. Or need to change. It became yoga suddenly for me as a major routine. What happened was, we realized that you have to have one major routine that you do. It could be rock climbing, it could be swimming, it could be calisthenics, it could be yoga, it could be weightlifting. But that becomes the main activity that your body will begin to formulate itself or mold itself to that activity. So pick an activity that you like doing so your body can become strong doing that activity. So physicality became the religion of it. Stoicism became the philosophy of it. It was a good time to pick up Stoicism. Right? Remember, we forget COVID. I remember walking in the park and there was a lady with a dog and I said, hello, 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 hello. I did that. I go, life. And she like waved and we laughed at each other. I was like, it's good to see there's still humans in the world. Because when I would walk, there was nobody in the street. People were afraid of catching a disease in the air that was going to kill them, remember? Yeah. And if you saw them, they were masked up and nervous to be around anybody. And I remained exact. Hey, just so you know, I'm one of those people, with a few other people here, that we actually did not change anything about what we did during COVID, everyone. We had to adjust to places, but we didn't do anything differently. We did not go out, we did not around each other, we didn't. And all of us are still here, and all of us are healthier than we've ever been in our lives. How's that? So there is that, and I can talk about it forever because it's truly such a passion. It's so powerful, it'll change a man's life immediately. And it gets you on the path to this thing now where we discovered Jedi powers, true alchemy. All the books we ever read, we can do it. We can do all the stuff you read about in all those books that have self-help as a title. right? The mystical ones, we can do it.
Yeah. So this guy Harris, he's asking. So a lot of guys probably have this similar problem. He spent thousands of dollars on a bunch of bullshit dating coaches, which got him nowhere except stuck in the mud. And he's like, "How do I fix this?" He's very grateful for your YouTube videos, and he wants to jump in the daily game class.
Okay, good.
He's looking forward. So it's like, dude, jump the fuck in. I'm gonna find you. But AZD, you know, what would you have to say to a person that spent thousands of dollars on fake ass coaches?
I think that
how fast the process fix them.
I think it's really important that they do that if they've already done it, because I'm one of those people. I studied everybody. I know everyone's technology out there, okay? All the old school guys. The new school guys, they don't even count, right? Like a new guy that's trying to, I tell you what, Wes Watson counts. His shit works, without a doubt. You know, I keep saying that over and over and over. But out of the new guys, I don't know who's worth anything out there. You know what I mean? But the old guys, like Bob Proctor, Wayne Dyer, fucking, I'll give you guys some names. Zig Ziglar, Tony Robbins, Bob Proctor, I already said, I think, right?
Les Brown.
Les Brown. These guys are old school motivational speakers, okay? Napoleon Hill, one of my favorites. I studied all those guys. I'm a student of all of them. And the AZD process is it's like Bruce Lee. I took what worked, I discarded what didn't work, and I added my own flavor to it. So I think if you did it, you didn't waste thousands, you'll now know what doesn't work for sure, so you won't be trapped, getting lost in these side roads. Because sometimes when a person starts with me, then they get excited, they pick up Neville Goddard. That's another guy, right? Like, yes, we use Neville Goddard, but Neville Goddard couldn't do what I'm doing. But I can do what Neville Goddard can do. So, you know, I didn't see one Neville Goddard student walk around fulfilled in their relationships. Not one. I'm the only one that I know that's fulfilled in my relationships. I think KP is pretty close, right? Are you one of the men who's that there is a man who's fulfilled in his relationships? Yes, there's work. We're doing work. But that's part of it. To earn that shit. You get your black belt in jiu-jitsu, you don't maintain your skill because you sit on your ass. You gotta go back to class every single day now with a different responsibility now, right? You stop training, it goes away. So to be fulfilled in relationships, you have to be engaged in relationships. And to engage relationships, you're really taking on you're taking on the most responsibility there is. Truly, it's another person, right? And if you're a man, and we all are right now, if you're a man, then you're leading her. That's a lot to do. Because you get to a point where she's counting on you and you start seeing it and you go, fuck, man. You don't know how much power you have until you see how much power you have. And this is a art of power. I'm a man who says men should be powerful. Men should be dangerous, right? Men should use these words as their words. I don't want to hear a woman talk like that, right? Women are very powerful. They are. They're very powerful. And they're very dangerous. But it's not words they should use unless they're doing it behind closed doors. A man should use those words freely and be able to back it up. Just like men shouldn't necessarily go out there and speak about their fucking emotions out loud. Behind closed doors, we have to work out our emotions so that when we go out there, we handle it. So the feminine with men is held behind closed doors in an elite group of warriors who understand why you would have to express the yin for a minute. Right? The yin is a female. And for women, they have to have their own space, and IMC Nation women do, led by my girlfriends, right? They have to have their own space where they can go over there and in closed doors, women can say shit that we should never hear. They should be able to say, I want to suck his dick so bad, and another woman to hear it, because that allows them to express themselves for a second. But they better not say that to me. You understand that? And I'd rather it doesn't sit on their chest. Better to have a place to express your shit, right? For everyone. But we have to start creating spaces for people to express themselves. And that has to be earned. Right? So the closer you get to me as a person, the more you'll go through my texts with me, with my girlfriends. You'll be there when they're calling, though. You'll be on speaker. You'll goddamn be in the room sometimes when they're there. Right?
Yeah.
That's as close as you guys can get to somebody who's actually doing this shit, who says, look, if I'm fake, I have to pay for it more than you have to pay for it. I have to live with that shit, right? I can't get away from being fake. But if I'm real, right, then I live with that too, and I am real. And so I have to keep testing myself, the way a warrior always tests himself. I've never seen a retired boxer. Have you? Right? Muhammad Ali, and even he would, in his, whatever physical condition he had, he'd still, in an interview, get up and put up his fist.
Alzheimer's.
Yeah. Like, you never stop as a warrior. You just don't stop. Eddie Gracie at like 91 would put on his gi, get on the floor, and do a few moves. It's something that takes over our soul. It has to, because it's a code of life. You and I, God gave us a will, just like every animal in the jungle, to defend what's ours. Our family, our children, our possessions, our own life. Right? Not to call the cops. Right? I don't see any cops in the jungle. God's law. We can have them. We can have them. We can appreciate them more if they said, take care of it first and we're backup. Right? 911, I need backup. Why? I'm about to get in a battle. Someone's breaking in. How many people do you see? 5. Don't worry, we got 6 cars coming. Do you have weapons on you? I do. Are they loaded? Yes. And then they start coaching you. You know what I mean? Like, make sure, like, that would be dope. You see how we're all smiling? You know, one of the scariest audios I heard, I follow this Instagram. It's very chilling, actually. I personally don't like to see animals attack people. I can't watch that for some reason. Like, truly, I can't even watch a dog bite a person or a cat. It's probably maybe the worst thing I can possibly see is an animal attack a human being. Oh man, it's just so unrighteous to me, right? Mm-hmm. Something went really wrong for a human and that animal to be in the same space without an understanding. I know in this house there's 2 pit bulls. I've worked out the worst case scenario. I'd have to kill them. It would hurt. But they're gonna have to go through their owner and a bunch of other people, and we're all gonna move. But I'm aware there's 2 dogs here that are not my friends. You get it? They don't know me. Enough to what? To fucking not know me. So, a kid gets bit by a dog. That shit fucking really pisses me off. Anyways, that's not the point. The point is, what I can listen to, which is chilling, and some people can't, is humans hurting humans audio. I don't like to see it visually either. So I would listen to these 911 calls, and one of them, it was a guy. He was like, hello? He's like, yeah, I have some people breaking into my house. Yeah, he was in the closet with a gun, ready to go. Yeah. Chilling, right? Yeah.
It's an older guy, right? Sounds a little older.
Maybe. There's a few. I listened to a few. But one of them was when they entered the house and you hear the shots fired. Yeah. Boom, 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 boom.
Silent afterwards.
And she's like, hello, 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 hello. And then he comes back on the phone like, yeah, I just shot him. He's on the floor. So, whoa, dude. Because here was a guy who's a veteran in the army or something, right? And he's just chilling in his house, bro. He's not a chick being targeted. That's you and I. Staying sharp. That's you and I knowing why it's important to live with men. You understand? I mean, if you want to be somebody, I'm AZD. I'm more and more my name gets bigger, people have a problem with me, okay? That's why famous people have bodyguards, because people have a fucking problem with you. Something interesting happened today. I was walking with my girlfriend, one of them. Someone's at the door. Let's go doubles if we don't know who it is. Yeah.
It's probably Amazon.
Yeah, but we have to do the right thing. So, I was with my girlfriend, one of them, and we were at the mall, and there was a chick walking, a black chick, nice body, nice hair, yoga pants, little tank top, and she had her arm like this, like a cartoon. And she was walking like this in the mall. Like, exaggerated, like literally. And it's like, whoa, what the hell? Everyone's looking at her, right? She's walking, moving her hips, arm up like this. There's no reason for her arm to be up. By the way, this tells me how far my shoulder can go. That's some fucked up shit. All right. Yeah, it's fucked up, bro. I can feel it. This arm should be back here right now. Yeah, wait. I'm like,
I feel you.
So as she walks by, I'm looking at her. I don't have a problem looking at people, especially if you're doing that. It's a guy. It's a guy that looks very girly. And go, oh, wow, it's a guy. right? Then we move forward in time. And then I said, she said, why do you think she would do that? I said, for attention, blah, 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 whatever. Then we look at 3 guys that look like white, tall, white, good-looking guys. But they're wearing these little shorts. They could be Europeans. I got to see Europeans dressed like that maybe, but not really. They're gay. So I said, why?
That's the worst.
I say to my girlfriend, I say her name, let's say Jackie. I'm like, Jackie, those shorts are offensive. She was saying, oh, that's offensive. I said, those shorts are offensive. And I was joking, right? No, I didn't say it was offensive. I said, those shorts are security or some shit like that. We're talking about, I said, she goes, well, it looks, she looked like she was insecure. I said, she is. She goes, why is she doing that if she's insecure? I said, because if you're going to get your ass kicked, you might as well act like you like it, right? She knows everyone's going to stare at her, so she's going to act like it's something, because her hand dropped when she turned the corner. I said, look. I knew it. Her hand dropped. I said, look, she was just scared. So I'm making a joke. I go, those shorts, I go past them. I go, look at those shorts, dude. I go, those are security. She says, man, it's offensive. It's offensive to me, she says. And I looked at her. I said, ready? Look at this. I said, I'm offensive to people the way I look. And she's like, whoa. I said, you don't see it from my perspective. This is offensive more than those shorts, more than that girl. I said, that girl gets accepted in today's world. Those shorts get accepted. I go, but people will be offended by the way I look. And you miss that because you don't see me anymore. She's like, oh my God, you're right. I said, isn't that true? Now, I look like this on purpose, right? It's not an accident, just like that girl or just like those guys. But I don't know why I'm saying this. I think it's important to hear it for some reason. Pass it on to you.
It is important. It's so funny too, dude. I was literally in Arizona, Scottsdale. It's a very white place. Mm-hmm. And there's all these dudes wearing these fucking short ass shorts. And it was making me sick.
Daisy Dukes.
So I don't know why I'm saying it either, but I absolutely agree with you. And I find it repulsive.
So but here's the thing for myself. When I said that to her, I realized I can't be offended because I walk around more offensive than them. You get what I'm saying? They're actually accepted in the culture. I'm not. So for me, it's hypocritical to say that. For her, no. She looks like a white, beautiful girl. She looks like what a white girl should look like. Blonde, pretty, nice body, right? Good hair. And what's she doing walking with me? Dressed like that. What's wrong with me, right? People look at us like there's something wrong with me. Good. That allows me to do my art. I'm supposed to grab their attention, right? But I can't be that crazy if I got a beautiful girl next to me. That's how this art works. You guys get it? You got to think real big. You got to rise to the top of your profession using this art form because you're a master of communication. You should have no problems in your listen, I don't have problems in my relationships, just so you guys know. I know it sounds crazy. I have more relationships than you do, and I have no problems. If they're there, they get resolved so fast, within minutes now. But there's no problems because once you know how to communicate and once you understand their psychology, Sun Tzu said, in 100 battles, if you know the opponent and you know yourself 100 times, you won't be defeated. You have to start to apply your intelligence to life. That's what IMC Nation is. It's intelligence. It's an intelligence. You get it? That's how I win.
Absolutely awesome.
I'm going to win because I'm smart. Awesome. Yeah. I'm going to win anything because I'm smart. I'll figure it out. And somebody on the other side who wants to compete with me, what if they're as intelligent as me? They're not going to be smarter than me. But if they're as intelligent as me or they can match it, then it's a matter of who's got more commitment. Well, I'm not going to get into something that I can't commit my entire life to. Okay, who's got more to lose? I've already lost it all. Start again. Who's got a reputation he has to defend? Not me, you do. So I take the advantage very fast, even if the person's intelligent. Because I'm not going to go for something not worth my time. And if I go for it, I'm going to give everything I got. And that is the way I do everything. So that person is going to have to back off. Or go to the end. But they always have something to lose that I don't. It's something with their parents, something with their job, something with their wife, daughter, fucking friend, something with their pastor. Who the fuck knows? I disconnected from everybody at some point. Went into the fucking jungle, made myself, and came back. They were like, I'm like, shit, I ain't even done yet, bro. Now I'm going to go to the desert and make myself. I was in the Northern California woods. That's not where I'm from. I'm from the desert, right? I transformed there into that beast. Now let me show you the real beast I am. This is me. I am of the desert. I've been saying that my entire life. Mountains and deserts, find me there. Not in the trees. I've had to go learn the trees. Why? Because they have some incredible warriors over there. I had to go learn from the animals that have trees around them, not the ones that are in the Sahara. Okay. Fuck, I'd love to talk about this.
Bro.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So, man, I mean, so curious. Like, I've had the opportunity to come out to Vegas a few times now, been blown away by what's occurring in such a rapid pace. And it makes you question, like, it takes a lot to go from, you know, one place, one state in California, immediately go to Vegas. How did you come up with that realization? What guided you? And what advice could you give to other men that might be hearing that same voice or some voice to make a move? Like, how did you know?
Everybody who's listening, okay? Are you not sick of the same ordinary, monotonous bullshit of your life? Okay, good. So I don't have that. Right? I don't have that. So right now I'm looking for a new martial arts to study. And I want it to be something I don't know. So I've picked Jeet Kune Do, if we can find it. I searched, I tried going in. I picked Wing Chun. And if those two fail, then I am going to know it. It's going to be whatever, Krav Maga. Why? Oh. Yeah, but that's like Panjo, you know, minus fucking 10 million points. But whatever. Why? Because me, I have to be in that environment somehow to grow. When you start to just measure your own growth, there's nothing the devil can do to you after that. Because everything he does is weightlifting, everybody. I swear, man, I'm so strong right now. It's unreal. Anytime any opportunity doesn't happen and it delays, you're supposed to see her, now you don't. You're supposed to go out with her, now you don't. You're supposed to come over, now she doesn't. Those are the opportunities I'm talking about. You were going to get that job, you didn't. All it does is it allows you more time to build yourself, to do it again. That's all it is. You were ready to face it, right? You were ready to face her. You felt good enough to take her out on a date. It didn't happen. Chill the fuck out. You have another what? Week, month, 2, 3. Don't fuck it up by reacting to her. Why don't you react, AZD? Well, because it allows the time I was going to spend over there and that energy that I feel that was getting me excited to go meet a new person. Now I have all that energy stored in me, plus some upset. Damn, I definitely don't want to sit at home. Right? I definitely don't want to go destroy my life. I'm going to do some push-ups. I'm going to go for a run or a walk. I'm going to go to the gym. I'll go out with the guys and meet new people. But I've learned what's right and what's wrong for me. What makes me grow, what makes me not grow. As long as I'm growing, I feel good. And I'll bet you it's like that for everybody. If you could measure your own improvement tonight, you had a good day. So learn to measure your improvement. Always. Just keep your attention on that, nothing else. Fucking don't care about anything else, right? Just make a graph of how you improved today, what you improved on today. Where did you push yourself a little bit past, right? And we have, the way the Beast routine works, we have a lot of opportunities, right? So it went from me doing my cold shower routine to one way to another way to another way. Now it's like, it's only been 3 days. And I've advanced so much in my cold shower, I have to come up with something else now. But I remember when that happened. Then I got the vision today of sitting in that ice bath and how good I was at it. I was good at it because I was able to stand under cold water for 10 minutes. I would do 10-minute cold showers at some point, right? Freezing cold showers. So I knew I could do it. But it's exciting looking ahead again, right? Seeing my body get limber again. But not any longer for the purposes of other instructors. That's what the Beast process is. A man's got to take control of his life. Right? I have to have my own flexibility. I have to have my own strength. I have to tap in to the beast. The beast is the body. You have a beast. You just think you're the beast. You're not. Okay? The body is a beast. It's an animal. And you should treat it like an animal. You ever have an animal that you don't wash? You have a dog? Starts to stink? Try this one. Try this one. This one you got to keep really clean all the time. Right? This one you have to make sure that you don't just wake it up suddenly. If you do, it has to be trained like a trained guard dog. A police dog is different than a regular dog. He thrives on another thing, right? He thrives on that bite. My brother trains these dogs, right? So listen, these dogs, they have no hatred towards the human they attack. because they attack their own owner for training. In their world, it's a game. It's crazy. You see that police dog that's going nuts and jumping through fucking windows and going past? All he wants is the tug toy in the end. The reward is when he finishes all that, he gets to play with his toy. That's a code for a man and the woman, and that's the pussy she holds over you. Get it? And so you have to change that. Completely. For her, money is that. Money is that. And you can use it to get it just like she can use pussy to get you. But you know and I know that that relationship, you're not going to trust it and something else if she knows she's doing that. Right?
Wow.
And if you only like her for her pussy, then she only likes you for your money. And that you have to measure. That's the weakness of the man and the woman. Hers is resources. She can't go get it. She can't hunt like you and I. So if you show a lot of hunting, suddenly you got 10 squirrels in the club and everybody else has got a tiny little rat, half of it feeding her. You must be hunting well. She don't give a fuck. Just like you and I don't give a fuck if her hips and waist is beautiful. It's like, my God. So we tap deep into it. Now, what if you don't have that money? Having that amount of money allows a person certain characteristics that they display. Okay? There's people with a lot of money that can't get girls. But the ones that can, we've tapped that, hacked it. Easy. So now you don't have to have a lot of money, but she doesn't know that yet. It's actually none of her business yet. Just like it's none of your business whether she's going to sleep with you yet or not. You should take the time, to, if you like her, to earn that. And step by step, go through what the fuck you got to go through until she gives it to you. And if you jump the gun and be like, so are we fucking? She should cut you off. You were doing that just to get there. If she jumps the gun and says, so do you have money or whatever? It's the same thing. I've always wondered what it is that makes women as crazy as men. It's money. Because I've seen every woman now sell her soul for money and status. No matter what she says. She is bribable. Right? Maybe one isn't, but you don't want to fuck that monk. That one girl, she's an Oriental little girl with her head is shaved, and she lives in Tibet, and she looks like a little boy. Trust me, you're not trying to fuck that one anyways. Okay? So there's going to be a woman here and there, but if she's living in the city, she's doing her hair, right? If she's buying some shoes and looking at the style difference, you can buy that woman. Yeah. But would you want to?
Yeah.
Would you want to? That's the thing. Some people say yes, maybe yes, maybe yes, maybe yes. You should try it and see how that goes. You shouldn't listen to anybody. You really shouldn't. You should go try. If you think that's the way to do it, you should do it. Because it's your money. Go do it. Go see what it's like. Maybe you'll be fulfilled. Yeah. If you're not, come back. And if you are, stay here. Because she's going to get you. She's designed by God to use you. Use your life to save hers and the child. And then to jump ship if she needs to. All right, so that's real nice. What else?
Yeah, I mean, that's such the honest truth. And that's such not what is really portrayed throughout all the different educational systems. However, what's being taught here, what RMC Nation represents, it's like an antidote to that.
Yep.
So
we're vaccination.
It's a vaccine.
Yeah,
that's right.
But you're gonna have to go inside your own world and make the vaccine yourself. You can't use my vaccine. I'm just gonna show you what ingredients you use to fix it. Right? You use that heartache. You use that parent relationship. You fix that. And if you do these things, you get the ingredients and you mix it. And I say, okay, now shoot yourself like these guys. Watch what happens. Whoa, man, what is that? It's the IMC Nation antidote. But you have to keep making it. You have to do the process to make this. It's a chemistry set inside everybody. Alchemy.
I mean, you can't just like read about it and talk about it?
Well, you can for a short time. And that goes away. That's what you start realizing about the process, is that it's elusive. You could be one animal for a long time, then it'll switch on you. And you better know why that is, right? Because in this art form, you don't want to be stuck to anything except God. Otherwise, you're worshiping something else right away. So when something else ends up becoming more important than the one who created that, you lose contact with it. And it makes sure you know, I'm learning all this right now. It lets you know who's boss. I would do the same thing, you would do the same thing, right? If your son acted up, you'd be like, okay, well, hold on a second, right? What if I switch this on you? What are you going to do? And switch this on you, and switch this on you, and switch this on you. And you start going, okay. I got this, right? I had a business with my girlfriend, right? In that business, I had one of my brothers, his girlfriend there, so that the girls can work together, all that. She left, right? We were sharing the space and the rent. Half of it was them. When she left, of course, my girlfriend was like, oh my God. I said, like, don't even go there with that oh my God thing, right? I'll cover it. Don't peep a fucking word on this shit. Within 4 hours, she got a message on Instagram, and it was a girl that wanted to rent a room and pay more, right? Let's just say it was 500. She was going to pay 700. So my girlfriend messages me with all these exclamations. I don't even know what the fuck it is. When I see her, she starts telling me. I'm like, oh shit, okay, that makes sense, right? Then she says, the girl showed in, and I'm gonna hire her, so I have to do a hiring call. The chick gets on, and she's totally different than the way my girlfriend described her. She described one attitude, it's a whole different attitude. But the girl's reacting to me heavily. We get off the phone, and my girlfriend goes, that girl knew you. I'm like, how the hell would she know me? Maybe off a video. She goes, no, that was a different girl. I saw what was happening. And the girls are sharp. And I was like, wait, how did she come to you? This was one of the girls that I had met in Aria walking around. And it was two girls. One did lashes and one did, do you remember that shit? Tattoo, one did lashes. I remember them, two black girls. Yeah. That was one of them.
Oh, yeah.
But look at her timing as she comes in.
Wow.
So I'd say to her, that's the one. Get her. Mm-hmm. She goes, well, she seems a little tough. I said, well, it's not for me. Right? I can handle it. I'm owner too. As she comes in, I tell her, keep your options open. I know how this thing works, right? She texted me yesterday. One of our people, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, may get it, right? I said, go. Just keep going. So today she's telling me, I hope. I said, why don't you not hope? And why don't you just treat the moment right? I go, the next moment that shows up, do the right thing. That's all you got to worry about. Treat everybody righteously. Don't worry about the rest. You think you know what's going on, you don't know what's going on. We had a space for my other girlfriend to do a fitness center. I read you guys the emails. Suddenly they backed out last second. It broke my girlfriend's heart, and she couldn't recover for 2 weeks, man. 2 weeks later, she came to me, she's like, finally the shit lifted. I couldn't be myself. I'm like, damn, I get it. Full on invalidation. Mm-hmm. Right? You go sit in your business, you do posts, you make the logo, you put it on the mirrors, you make a post with a key, you start talking about it, you got your creation, it gets taken away from you, just like that, right? Last night, I was hanging out with the same girlfriend. She had an opportunity to go to an event with all women. She was like, I really don't want to go. I said, you need to go for your business. She goes, well, I hate this part where you introduce yourself. I said, then ask a question, because that's the part where if I was you, that's the part I'm looking forward to. So how is it that you're learning from me, and the part that you're dreading is the part that I would use to win? Ask the right question. She goes, well, how would you do it? I told her how to do it, okay? Here's her text yesterday in the event. Let me show you. She said, in the event, she said, says, oh, it's a small group. LOL. Should I still do the poem? I had her start with a poem. I said, yes, absolutely. You do it for the universe. Parentheses, God. You are showing what God looks like right now. Conduct yourself as such, for this is my code. You're the girl who became the goddess, a goddess. Now own it. She goes, okay. Then, a little bit later, an hour later, she texts, oh my God, I did it, and it was a mic drop. Her big old eyes. No one knew what to do after, laughing face. I said, that's fucking perfect. And I said, remember how you felt about it? And just perspective shifted. and practice perfect communication, and then you own them. Right? She agrees with it. Then she says, whatever. Then today, my other girlfriend comments on it. She didn't know I had trained her on that. She was like, by the way, the other girlfriend started with a poem, and she goes, another thing. There's a woman who owns a strip mall. Ready? The woman approaches my girlfriends. Now this gets really ridiculous. And I don't care about exposing my fucking plans, because you can't fuck with God. If it's right, you can't curse it. Right? If it's wrong, then curse it. I don't give a fuck. So the woman comes up and says to my girlfriends after the poem and all that, she says, look, I own a strip mall. I want only women businesses. I already have this. You have that and you have that. Why don't you guys bring your businesses here? I don't know what your budget is. I don't even care about that. I own this place. After seeing you guys today, I'd like to offer it to you first. And don't worry about the money yet. So she tells me, she goes, can you believe it? I said, yeah. She goes, not only that, right? She is somebody who works as a high-level lawyer in the city. And she worked on this case. She named some big names. And she just invests in these things. I'm like, son of a bitch. And she said she would help us with the LLC and LED and all that shit. I'm like, son of a bitch. And my girlfriend's like, it's crazy. I said, it's not crazy. She said, it's amazing. I said, it's amazing.
Amazing.
It always will happen. And I told her, if that doesn't happen, let it go, man.
Yeah.
That's your power. Let it go. Let it go. Not with effort. Just trust. Let it go. You'll be surprised. Let her go. Let the job go. Don't hold on to something that's running away from you, right? That's the code of it going away from you. Stop. Just stop everything. It stops when you stop. Okay? If it runs towards you, don't run away. Stand there in martial arts pose. Become either Musashi and cut it before it gets to you. Ryo Sensei and blend with it. Kano throw it. Figure it out. Move. But face it and go after it. That's the energy of IMC Nation, right? If it comes towards me, I go towards it faster and harder. If it runs away from me, I stop. Why? Because I don't go towards something that doesn't come towards me. That breaks my seduction code, right? I'm looking for small. I walk in tonight, I'm going to ping the whole place with the way I look, with the smile, with the wave, with this, with that, sitting down, body positions. Believe me, I'm in communication with everybody already. Okay? And I'm going to go towards the one that goes towards me. But I have to first know how to signal in the jungle that I'm available. I also have to signal that I have boundaries. Right? Because another guy will go with the strip club with me and he'll signal he's available with no boundaries. So he gets stepped on. She'll come, but she'll treat him differently. All these things are happening at a subtle level that we could call Jedi level. And it's really what it is. It's subconscious activity. Right? There is a subconscious mind here and it's running the body, everybody. You and I, me, myself, I speak for me. I'm very just thin line of attention units available to stay conscious right now of a trillion things taking place in my system. Who I am is that one strand of consciousness that looks inside me, outside me, makes opinions and choices, but is kind of stuck, doesn't know what the fuck's happening. Same as you. But the rest is taking place all by itself. Right? And one we can differentiate. It's a Stoic philosophy, right? What you control, what you don't control. Remember that? I go one step deeper. To me, this is now external. This is the house. This is the environment. This is the pet. I must control this thing. This thing has problems. I don't. This thing has anxieties. Right? This thing gets hungry and tired and angry and all kinds of shit. It's a little animal and I'm not it. So I must stay detached so I have some control over this damn thing, because if you think you're it, it's game over. Right? Once you understand that and you practice that, 1,000 ways we do it, detaching every second from it, yet in contact with it. Once you practice that enough, you have chi lines like accessory. Look it up. To your own puppet. You start creating your own puppet. This here is a created puppet. He's called AZD. Okay? Goggins and whatever the fuck his name is. David Goggins. I don't know what he calls the other one. Right? Okay? Batman and fucking Bruce Wayne. And Iron Man and Tony Stark. AZD and Arash Dibazar. And at nighttime, we're going to suit up. Right? We're all going to put on our Iron Man suits, and we've all been working on it. I have nanotech. I'm Kang. I become Kang the Conqueror. I become a time traveler. I become a lot of things, and I'm always living in my imagination. Right? And imagination is the most powerful thing. Tesla, Einstein, L. Ron Hubbard, AZD. It's the most powerful thing. Okay? We don't just imagine. We just imagine. Big difference. I'm not just imagining. Listen, I'm just imagining. And it's happening. Right? I'm not just having an opinion. Listen, I just have an opinion. That's all I have. And learning that is learning communication, because it's the same sentence with a completely different meaning. Right? That's my dog. Listen to this. That's my dog. Dog, as in, boop, boop. Okay, that's my canine. That's my dog. Now listen. That's my dog. Just got it? That's my dog. I just took my now and I emphasized it. Change the sentence. That's my dog. That's my dog. That's my dog. Ready? That's my dog. That's my dog. Shh. Three different ways. Right? Now, that's my dog. What about this one? What would you like to go eat? You better know that has a lot more variations that is heard. It's not the words, my friends. It's not the words. It's not the words. The words are late. The words are the arrowhead. You have to have the bow, and you have to have the arrow, you have to have the string, you have to have the aim. The words hit with the force of your draw, with the aim of your heart. You get it? And then the word hits perfectly. And if you have a shitty word, yeah, it'll be dull. It won't pierce. You get it? Eventually, no bow in hand. That's been my code. That's AZD. Right? That guy carries a gun, and he's one of the fastest guys. Yogi Chris. He's like, toom, toom. But he's learning from me. I don't carry a gun. I just do my fingers. I shoot with fingers. I do, because that was the code I wanted, to shoot the bow without an arrow. I shoot the revolver with just my hands, and then my eyes, and then my mouth. And that's the goal. That's the Jedi, right? One warrior goes like this and goes through everybody like fucking Samson and grabs your throat, and you can't stop him. He's going to grab your throat, and Darth Vader is going to stand on that side and grab your throat. They're both grabbing your throat. They're both getting there. One is using the force differently. Right? One guy's lifting those weights because his muscles have been worked to it. Another guy's lifting those weights because his chi energy. He can do the same weight, but he doesn't look as strong. Right? Nice. That's the story here. And everybody to me is either a god or a superhero. I don't fuck with nobody else. I just don't. I think that's a lie. I think that's how you trap a being. You make him think he's weak. Okay? Your greatest superpower could be to just see yourself as somebody with superpower. Right? Your greatest ability could just be to see yourself with someone who has ability. Start there. I'm someone who has a power and someone who has an ability. Now let me go see what it is. Try that tonight. I'm gifted. Let me see what my gift is. It could be anything. Don't judge. Go see. What's your clue? Comic books? Music? Something that moves you emotionally inside, stirs something outside of your control, but it's a powerful stirring. Right? That. Go there. That's where the beast is. Now, ready? There's inspiration and there's fear. Right? You start with inspiration. As you get better at the beast process, where I'm at, you go into the fear. You know inspiration. You build off of it every day. You live in inspiration. So suddenly when fear shows up, it's very valuable. right? It's like, oh, what's that? Haven't seen a snake in a while, right? So you grab the snake because you haven't seen something like that in your world. You want to know where it came from, how it survived, why it was not seen before, where was it hiding? And if you go out today and tomorrow and just explore the universe that you are with the perspective that God wants you to know him through your life, thank you, that the closest you're going to get to knowing the creator is by knowing how you create, right? Because you're supposed to be a duplicate of this thing, like without a doubt. Even if that thing is just DNA, you're a duplicate of it, without a doubt. So the code works. I don't care who the creator is. It created itself again, a version of itself, no matter what, right? You and I are a version of our mom and dad. You can't deny it. As you get older, you'll find yourself doing things they did and noticing like, oh shit. You know, I found myself itching my thumb like this before. And then one day I realized my dad does that. Because it was so peculiar, right? And I caught myself. I stayed conscious suddenly. I was like, oh, what the hell am I doing? I was like, oh shit, my dad used to itch his thumb. And you'll find yourself doing shit like that. And some of you don't know your dad, so you have no idea. Right? First and foremost, ready? That thing that's looking at me right now, that I'm looking at it, it's not you. That's why you're confused. It is also alive. When you sleep, it keeps living. It's aware. It knows things. It picks up cues so fast if you stay awake. Then it looks like you have extra sensory perception, and it could just be you just picked up such a subtle shift. I don't care how it's explained. That's the thing. It's still a superpower to me. Right? I don't care if Daredevil sees it because he hears it and Spider-Man just gets it. They both know when there's an arrow coming their way. I just want to know there's an arrow coming my way. Fucking explain it any way fucking you want, because I'll explain it to me the way I want. Right? And so that's why we have to measure this stuff objectively outside. Otherwise, we're just a bunch of fucking weirdos that are hallucinating. We're not. We're not. We're magicians creating. There's a big fucking difference. There's no hallucination here. These are lights. These are people. I'm here. And those are girlfriends. And I'm going to go see them right now. They're coming over right now again. My girlfriends are coming over. I'm always in set. I'm always in set. Okay? I just left one. I'm going back. There's going to be 3 suddenly. Okay? Then I'm going to go to the strip club, come back. Maybe someone there again. Who knows? If not, I would like there's someone to be there. There's 2 people I would like to have visit me tonight. 2 girlfriends I haven't seen in a while, right? So I'll reach out to them. Oh, I thought that was one of them. Uh-huh. I reach out to them, but I'm prepared. If they don't show up, I have another night by myself. Right? My girlfriend is coming from town again in 4 days. I have these nights to myself. They're very valuable. Mm-hmm. And then the nights they're there, those are very valuable. I worked hard to have a woman in my bed. Mm-hmm. I'm going to enjoy it. You understand? Mm-hmm. Having, last night my cat, I don't know why I love this cat so much, guys. I never thought I would use those words with the animal, but I love this fucking cat. And this thing jumped in my bed last night, and then I started smelling poo. I was like, oh, it's pooped. And then I look, it had poo on his arms or legs from the fucking little sandbox he's in. Man, I had to take my fucking sheet, put it outside. I had to put him in the bath. I was like, this is so stupid, right? I was so pissed. I was chilling, fucking watching this thing, feeling good. And then I decided this thing can now stay in bed with me, right? It can do it now. Like, I wanted him to be in the bed, right? So I was like, this is cool, and I smell poo. And I had to take out my fucking sheets. And I decided, no, you can't. You got to be in the bathroom still for a while, right? But the point I'm making is, with everything, there's going to be a good and a bad. And you have to know that as a man. It's a stoic principle. You want to be a champion wrestler? Well, be ready. You're going to have to give up a lot of shit. Right? I'm building my body again. It just happens every once in a while when I'm the beast, right? So I'm real aware. I'm at 100% aware of what goes in now. When it goes in and all that, right? And I enjoy that fucking discipline. If you joined us in the beast process, I enjoy that discipline so much. Right? Fuck, man. You're supposed to enjoy your life. And then when it's time to die, die peacefully. Get it? Just let that be another moment passing by. I'm not there yet, but that's been something I've thought about my entire life. I don't want my last moments to be in panic mode. I don't want anybody to think that about me or see that. I don't think that's the right way to go. I would feel my whole life was wasted at that moment. Teaching, what a pussy, right? Gotta be ready. Gotta be ready. And this is a warrior art. You're a man. You got a memento mori. Think about death. The Stoics said it, we live it, right? Mystery said, open like this, I did it, and it worked. It just works. This shit works. But you gotta put in the time. If you press the key, it'll make a sound, but you gotta learn to play the music. Put in the fucking time. It's worth it, man. It's worth it. It's your life. I don't know what you're doing. You asked me why I came here? Because I had a vision to come here. It's that simple. And I followed my vision. And that's why I look like this. Okay? You don't know what it's like to look like this. All right? It has its advantages. It has a lot of disadvantages. One being your own father doesn't want to look at you. Okay? Well, good thing I know the code of a certain tabooed warrior that I am. Good thing I've taken the time to study the cultures and realize, man, I did make the choice that I'd be that character that did that. Because they always had a certain power available that nobody else had. I would not be satisfied as a Jedi if I knew there was Sith. And if my teacher was like, don't go there, I'd be like, okay, up until a certain point. Huh? Did I show you that I got what you did? Now I'm going to go over there. Well, I'm sorry, dude. You can't hold knowledge from me and tell me it's good for me. Let me decide. Let me decide. And that power. So go find out about the girl. Don't listen to whatever people say. Right? You don't ask, what's your body count? You don't give a fuck. You're there to rescue a woman from hell. Okay? If you walked a mile in her shoes, you might do that too. In fact, as a guy, you would want to do that. As a guy, you go, well, what a slut. But if you could sling your dick and fucking get money for it, you would. How about if you got a lot of money for it? How about if you were treated like a star and you could go, okay, hold on now. What are we doing here? We better offer something better before we start talking shit. That bitch seems to have the code. She got to a point where she doesn't need men anymore. And we go, that's not right. Yeah, but you know what? She evolved into that. It's called a Red Queen. The men were too weak. They were made systematically weak. Look at our culture. I'm an anomaly now that I can be a man. Like, what the fuck? Right? Yang energy, all right? Yes, I have yin in me, XY chromosome, no fucking doubt about it. Right? In the chromosome level, I'm XY. And on the energy level, I'm yin yang. But I'm a man, aren't I? Right. I have some female in me. Right. Let's learn this computer program. We're suffering. I'm not suffering anymore. I'm not. I understand life. You get it? First, face death. Everybody you know is going to die. Including you. Including me. It's temporary. It could be the last time you talk to the people you talk to. Know that every time you say goodbye. It's a Stoic principle. Every time you hugged your loved one. Okay? I texted my girlfriends today. They've been over at my house every day for hours. Hours. They stay there for like 4 or 5 hours, right? It's been like that for the last fucking, I don't know, week. So this morning I got a little bit of a resistance. I could tell. And I was like, you don't have to come over. You know what I mean? And it was like, well, you know, it's a lot. I said, listen, here's what I said. Madachi, big bro. I know what that means. It means that I'm big bro. Okay.
Yep.
Here's like, oh. Here we go. Here's my corrections. Here we go. I handle it, then I go. And watch how you're communicating with me. And acknowledging my communication right now. Because it's going the wrong way very, very fast. And we're not going to play this game at all. Do you understand me clearly? Because it will go to 100 within one text. I've proven that. This is not just fluff. Comes back, what do you mean? Exclamation, big eyes. How am I communicating to you? Question mark. It's difficult for me to express these things to you. And you'll hear that a lot, and it's true. Okay? Especially if you're scary, and you should be scary as a guy. But I think I should. So I'm trying to do it the best way possible, Red Heart. I saw the intention is true, and we don't talk about this stuff. So how do you talk about it if you never practiced? So you gotta go out there and talk to girls. I said, listen, and this is just how sharp you have to be. You have to know the process inside, how it moves, because you're always aware of your own feelings too. I said, pay attention to your feelings when you text. I won't explain any further. I'm 100% correct. So see why I see it and deal with what I'm saying. It's not good the way you're doing it, so do it better. Very carefully picked words. Mm-hmm. She says, so are you saying I can't or shouldn't feel this way? You know these, have you heard these things before?
It's
similar
a strategy, yeah.
Yeah. Or I need to change the way I'm talking about my feelings, question mark, with a blush face. Then she goes, I don't want to feel this way. That's why I'm bringing it up, so that it clears up for me. I do understand that. Mm-hmm. You have to make sure it's the intention, though. It's not a lot of times. Mm-hmm. So I heart that, and then I say, just the way you're talking to me sounds really ungrateful and not considerate of the fact that I'm literally doing this for you guys and I at the same time, not just me. If you don't want to come that much, then let me know. But as you are, and I don't know what to tell you, but the tone is wrong for me right now. She says, I see. Then sends some good emojis, then says, I'm sorry. I say, it's okay. No problem, whatever, right? Blah, 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 blah. And it resolves. Okay? Mm-hmm. Yeah, brother, I'm teaching right now. Give me a few hours. But knowing that you have the ability to communicate and set boundaries and stop them before they turn too dark on you, to see the patterns that develop, because you've had relationships and you haven't, but I've had, he's having.
And we learn from you, as you divulge the inner workings and physics of what you're doing.
You see it.
We just.
They've heard conversations where I'm cussing and yelling and loving. They've seen it all.
Complimenting and
flirting, all of it. And it's all part of it. Listen, the only way to live in this world is without rules. Okay? Rules can be broken. Laws shouldn't be broken. But laws should be like gravity. That's a law. I look for those laws. Man-made laws should be followed when they're rational, and they should always be double-checked. Because time changes. It is deep. The world changes. We need to as a group, we have to get together and come up with new ways of interacting with each other all the time as we grow. Now we're more martial arts, but we have to be now. We're known now. People are watching us now. We have to be sharper now. We have higher value people coming into our group now. I want to impress them. This is the art of impressing the audience. Right? We're not dumb. I'm not a business that says, well, if they find me, they find me. No, it's not how you do business. You make them find you. You find them. Right? There's the energy of survival. It's like the lion just like, well, sooner or later, a gazelle's going to come by. How long are you going to wait? He's going to get up and go.
Yep.
He's going to look for food. And then you better not be in front of him. And I want that energy. I do cold shower routine 3 times a day now. You don't have to do it. I beast 3 times a day now. I am aware of my movement way more than I have ever been. Right? So, this class ends, but I'm going to keep everybody who's an advanced student here to teach you a little bit more for 25 minutes. Okay? Brett, thank you for doing this. I know you didn't talk too much, but you brought out all the good shit.
No, this is fucking great. I look forward to this all week long, especially from last week's class. Very refreshing to hear these perspectives, this level of teaching.
Yeah.
And I can attest for myself. I have so many stories I could already tell just from practicing at a very limited level.
Yeah.
But fuck, man, it's awesome what you're doing. And
it's what we're doing now, everybody. It's what we're doing now. I is we. That's what makes it so powerful. It was I. There's no I. Yeah. There's we here. right? There's more and more of
Yeah.
us doing this shit, and that's what makes it powerful. And I'm urging you, I'm enticing you, I'm telling you, do it, because it's going to save your life, and I need more brothers, right? We have to do something. We're the generation that was given nothing. It's just like Fight Club, right? Our wars are wars that we don't care about. None of us are grabbing a gun, saving our fucking country. We know it's bullshit now, right? None of us are running towards education because we want to be educated now. We know it's bullshit. None of us are going anywhere. None of us are happy seeing a cop. None of us are happy seeing a black man or a white man now, or a Mexican man, or a fucking Middle Eastern. Everybody is suspect now. Everybody. We don't trust one woman. The finer she is, the less we trust her. If she's nice to us, we don't trust her at all. Dude, this is hell. Someone has to change the way they act. Okay. Michael Jackson says, man in the mirror. We say the same thing. Right? And we're doing it. We're really doing it. Your life can be worth it today, right? You don't need a lot of money. You're going to make a lot of money. God takes care of his children. And so does the devil, just so you know. They all take care of their children. And they all you have to make a deal for. The most righteous God will tell you, act like this. Okay? Because that's a father. Right? That's a father. And your mother will always take care of you. And we have both spiritually. In my world, just like I was born out of sin in the Christian world of the mother's womb, I was also born into that physical universe, into a female energy. You see that? It's a female chaotic world. But I am order. I'm male energy. So as I enter that chaotic world, 47 years later, I'm elegant with my speech, learning another language so I can communicate better to women that made me fall in love with them. Hey, I've been trying to learn Spanish since fucking Spanish 1, 2, and 3 in fucking Del Mar High School. And I don't know nothing. I know the words when you see me be funny. Lapis, escuela, por favor. I do that, right? When I do that, just so you know, I literally see the fucking Spanish class and the book. It was an orange book, and I just go through it in my head. Escuela, lapis, libra, por favor, trabajar, bailar. You see me do that? I'm going through my fucking Spanish high school. And I've been doing that for years. Now, I have a woman that I'm in love with. I want to talk to her. I'm going to learn Spanish now. See what God does? And I'm going to learn it real good. I'm going to be fluent at that shit. Why? Because it prevents me from communicating to somebody I want to keep around for the rest of my life. Right? And I want to teach you how to care for the women that you get, because that protects you in society. You're not susceptible to the attacks Andrew Tate is under. I don't have women. A woman will lie about me. I fucking... It showed up on my Facebook the other day. 4 days ago, if anybody could find it on the memories. And I screenshotted it. And it became very important in conversation later, and I couldn't find it. But there was a post somebody had done, and I took the post and I posted it on mine. That's how brave I am. It was a girl that used to work for me. And she had posted on somebody else who had posted positively about me. And it was like, his name is Kayvon. She was like, Kayvon, this Persian guy. I can't believe you posted this guy. She wrote this big old thing publicly. Araj Dibazar is very intelligent and strong, yes. But he's also a psychopathic rapist. Take it from me, I worked with him. His exes have told me, if you knew, and it was just like, basically calling me a rapist, right? So I posted it. And then it showed up in conversation a couple days ago, and I started looking, fuck, where is this thing? But you know what? I'm going to tell everybody. She and 2 other girls I did not have sex with. Those 3 women accused me of molesting and raping them. I learned my lesson. You understand? On everything. It blew me away. They actually banded together. And they posted together. One's name was Laura. He ran into her. That was the one who posted that. Another one's name was Julie. And the other one's name was Sarah. Right? And they suddenly were best friends. Right? Attacking me at a time when I was being attacked left and right. So they just jumped on the bandwagon. There was a point I couldn't walk into, I walked into a Cardiff, into a bar in my own neighborhood. And I went on the dance floor, and it took me a lot for me to get there, right? Because I didn't want to be out. And there was these women staring at me at the bar. I was like, all right, I'm going to go approach, you know what I mean? As I'm getting close, she goes like this to me. And I stopped because she's being visible, right? Because I'm sorry, I don't talk to rapists. So, ooh. I said, I wasn't coming to talk to you. And I went right past her and I went right into the bar. My heart is beating like doom, 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 right? And her friend goes like this and they start talking about me. And then they start whispering to the fucking bartender. Well, I'm gonna exit, just so you know. But I want to exit smoothly. I eventually exit. Then one of my girlfriends, ex-girlfriend, her name is Taylor. These guys knew her. I was at Straits, another place I go with these guys. And behind me were these really, really, really pretty girls. Sometimes you would get these 10s over there, right? And they were directly behind me. I was sitting at the bar at the very end, if you guys remember where the waitresses were. I sat at that last fucking stool by myself. Just wanted to get out. Just wanted to get out. They were behind me. I look back. Wow, they are so fine, right? Of course, that's got to be proximity. One of them, her name Taylor, comes up and sits next to me. She recognizes me from somewhere. We start having a conversation. It's going really well. She's fine. She becomes my girlfriend later, right? The super fine one who had like a sash that said like birthday or some shit comes up, looks at me, and I'm like, hell yeah, right? She looks at her. She says to her like this right in front of me, why are you talking to him like that? Ooh. And she goes, well, don't say that. And she goes, you know who he is? She goes like this, ew, it's my birthday. Fuck him. Now the bartender hears it. And the bartender knew me. And I'm feeling the heat, right? And Taylor's like, I'm so sorry. Because the girl just leaves. I say, hey, don't worry about it. I sit there and I remember looking at my drink and my mouth went dry, dude. Like I lost all water in my mouth. That happens when you compete sometimes or get in a fight. I'm like, damn, I have nothing in my mouth. So I start drinking this and I hear them talking about me. This bitch is like being loud now. Oh, why does he have to sit in front of us? He's so fucking gross. Oh, man. Drink. The bartender says to me, bro, you good? I'm like, yeah, bro, don't worry about it. I drink. I get up. I turn to her, I say, happy birthday. She goes, ew. And I walk out. When I get in my car, my heart is burning. My stomach is burning. Right? And I don't want to keep it from my girlfriends because they live in the same city. So I go tell them. And it's embarrassing to tell them this shit, right? I've been through it many times. Okay? And now they don't get to do that anymore. You understand that? They don't. And you have to get there because you have your own story just like me that I said. I can go on and on. I can go to 8th grade, 9th grade, 10th, 11th, 12th, and you'll be like, damn, this fool went through it just like I did. Yes, that's why it's so important. Because I could change me. I couldn't change them. They're still the same fucking idiots they were. I'm the guy who took the girl who wouldn't talk to me in high school and drove her to the house that I used to drive past and just look for her car. If anybody's ever done that, we're not stalkers, we're just men. Right? I took her there. She didn't live there anymore. I parked in the fucking driveway right next to it. And I had to suck my dick while I looked at the window. And you go, well, that's crazy. Okay. She wasn't being raped. She wanted my dick. You understand that? And in high school, she didn't even know I existed. I was waiting for a hi from her. Ah, fuck. Right? Here she comes, here she comes. She's going to say hi to me. Oh, goddamn, I'm invisible again. Right? Let me go throw the trash next to her and look at her. This bitch doesn't even know I exist. Right? When she does some dumb shit like, can you throw this away from me? And I get all excited. Yeah. Come back all pumped up. That's this guy. Goes out tonight in Vegas, is going to kill it. Wherever we're going. Where are we going to? I had a girlfriend over there. Right? I got myself a girlfriend over there. It's crazy, right? And to my left sits another guy who has stories just like that too. He's also Middle Eastern. He's gone through similar stories, right? And he's got girlfriends left and right that want him over there. He's going over there with bitches already expect. We go, like you said, Brett, and we affect their storyline. When we walk in, the guys who break hearts just walked in, right? The guys who create jealousy, not because they're tricks, but because someone's got some feelings. We got one girl, KP's girl, right? And she's hot. And she wants to follow him strip club to strip club just so no one sits on him. That's how tight his game is. Dude, he could not do that before. right?
Yeah.
And he's just getting started, and I'm just getting started, and you guys are just getting started. And that's what I know, because 10 years ago, I was doing shit that was a miracle, and it's, compared to today, it's just not even anything, right? And just, we were here 5 months ago, I was doing miracles. 4 months ago, 3 months ago, 2 months ago, last month to this month, next month, I'll be better. It's never-ending process of evolution. As many stars as are out there, we got to be able to evolve as many times as that, at least. As many leaves, as many, come on, man, look at God's code, right? Just look at it, right? He says, to those who have more shall be given, and to those who don't have enough, it shall be taken. Anybody ever wonder why that is? Sounds like a fucked up God until you realize how righteous that is. Even if you won the lotto, you played the lotto, didn't you? You took the risk, right? I didn't, right? You had faith in winning, right? You must have thought you could win it, right? Even then, you worked for winning it. Nobody knocked on your door and said, here's a lotto you didn't play that you won, right? So even that, I can't say, well, he got lucky. He bought a ticket over and over and over. He picked the numbers, or he picked that ticket. He's lucky. Okay. Lucky to me is if you're sitting in your house and the fucking ceiling opens and then you're showered with money and then it closes and it's all yours. It has your fucking name on it. Ah, that's lucky as fuck. But if you had to act and do something, even then you could trace it to why they gave you that. There are no accidents, bro. And that takes a lot to confront your own life and go, fuck, I'm actually in the condition I should be in. Amor fati, let me own it. I'm supposed to solve this problem of mine. Okay? All right, guys, I kept talking. So, do we do offers or what do we do?
It's not my stream, but if you
Yeah, we got the captain here. He offers something in the daytime, so let's do a special offer. Go ahead.
Well, based on the audience that's here, I mean, I highly recommend getting on the game course if you like that mastermind and talking about, you know, women in the text threads and the infield game and all of that. That's the mastermind class called The Game. Every day, $147. You get a whole archive of recordings. You get some custom advice with the ministers so that you know where to go. And then daily you show up. It's a consistency in your life. It's entertaining. And if you do miss it, then you catch all the recordings. There's also a Telegram group. I hope everybody here is in the Telegram group. This is free. It's IMC Nation. You see all the top players posting in there. Plus other guys that are looking.
We started from Telegram, guys. Just never forget that.
It's, yes. So we stay true to our roots.
Yeah,
we got
always.
all kinds of groups in there, but the main general one is the IMC General Telegram group. So I'll hop on here in a second and post a link. And all kinds of stuff there. There's what are called pinned posts in the Telegram group. So at the top, you just tap it and it takes you to some of the most important posts that, you know, like the one that I posted this morning is this evolutions document that gives you the whole library in a nice, easy to digest list and chronology. So you're like, oh, AZD's done this, done that, done this, done that. And it's an organic document. I'm really excited about it, you know, and I'm dedicated to committing time to it and improving it because that's what an organic document is. As I update the document, you automatically have an updated document. And so as I fill in descriptions and everything, so you know exactly what the path here has been. And when we refer to certain subjects like the beast process, like chosen, like skinwalking, like whatever, seduction of vanity or some shit, like it's all there since I've been around anyway, the last, and then I do piece together some Old Testament shit. That's from before Chris was around, BC. So I thought that was a good pun. Nobody laughed though. Shit. All right.
I honestly wasn't listening. I was answering something.
Okay, fair enough. But, Brett got it. Okay. Yes, that's all.
I get it.
I'm going to post that link now.
Got some new people here too, Yogi, so if you could please post that link.
Yeah.
Mr. David Marsh from, I think, Florida's requesting that. Welcome.
Yeah.
David, glad to
And some of you guys have been around, like Mr. Marsh. And so if you have trouble accessing the group, it's because you were removed from the group, and we got to go and remove you from our shit list, because that's just how the groups work.
Yeah.
But that'll happen. So just message your minister. If you can't access, you get a warning or whatever.
Yeah. Okay, guys, I do want to talk to everybody, so we got to go because we got to then tap in and move, all right? Thank you, Brett. This was great. Thank you, IMC entertainment team. It gets better and better, and this is becoming something I really want to do, okay? So, see you guys.